Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. Over there is Diamond Dave Damone. This is the Appleton Oak. That's the answer. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today we are starting season 2 of Arcane, and I am pumped. I cannot wait to see where this groundbreaking show takes us.
Yeah, we had so much fun in season 1. I'm definitely ready, willing, and able to go into season 2.
Yeah, I was not ready for the type of animation and artwork that they threw at us for the first season, unlike anything I've ever seen before, on top of having a really solid story, so I'm excited for season 2.
Final season feels short, but that's okay. I'm ready to see this epic season go out with a bang. Let's go! This is right from when the missile came in.
Yeah, so they're picking
Jeez.
right up after that missile hit. Oh, again with the artwork, guys.
It's okay.
It's going for the moon!
It's going for the moon. She's going to take it down.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm guessing this didn't go well. Well, I'm saying for these other guys, they're Jason company's lucky they even made it.
Oh, no.
I like how they were doing that.
Oh, that
Is he
the tear
Chase
go
gonna-
down his cheek. That was a nice touch. Holy shit.
Not so sure that's a good idea, Jace.
Oh, I'm excited to see how this is going to go.
I see my guy Heimerdinger.
Snarf.
See what he's up to. Told him all along not to do it. Nobody listens to Heimerdinger.
I don't know why, but I got chills right now for this.
Because it's the
It's
music.
only
It's just 'cause our
it's like
is
62
back.
degrees in here.
Oh, it's not just that.
Imagine Dragons
is-
just tickles answer.
The Fallout.
Yeah. This animation's awesome.
Oh,
Wow.
This is a unique way to show all this. Kind of like it.
That is wildly creative.
Thought maybe they were just trying to save on animation
I like how the
costs.
color is just her and everything else is gray.
Okay.
She was a great woman, a good friend.
To think, we nearly extended sovereignty. We're charged with imposing order, and we've been asleep at our posts. There will be no more fairy tales of peace until we scour our basement of its demons. As we are at war, I thought it prudent to solicit the advice of such an experienced veteran. An unprecedented show of force. We flood the Undercity with enforcers, armed with hex tech.
Innocents will be caught in the crossfire.
How many more counselors have to be blown to pieces before you finally wake up? We are under siege!
She confirmed this was the act of a single deranged individual.
Jinx.
Silco is dead, the underground leaderless. If we follow your plan, we risk unifying them against us. Pin the attack on Jinx. Post a reward too substantial to ignore.
Jinx has proven elusive. Our healing can only begin once she's been brought to justice.
Then it's settled. 2-1. We invade.
Wow, that's kind of a...
You guys kind of did that before.
It's imperative you present a unified front to the public.
I'll agree to endorse the invasion, but I draw the line at Hextech. We have an ethos. Such force must be a final resort.
Agreed.
Then it's settled. 2-1.
Ha! Take that.
I mean, if you're going to go in and do it, why wouldn't you just go full force? You're just delaying the inevitable.
I have an ethos. She just said it. We have an ethos.
But if you're going to invade, you might as well do it right.
He's just upset he hasn't been rained on in years.
I had the shot.
Your mother left this to you.
The Kiraman key. No, I'm not. I don't deserve it.
It's your legacy now, Caitlyn.
You know what it looks like? It looks like a moving painting. Doesn't look like animation. It looks like a literally like a painting that moves.
What is she still doing here?
Easy, easy.
Hey.
She finally broke down.
You were right, Kate. Powder's gone. I can make this right. If you get Jace to fix the gauntlets.
No more rogue mission. No more reckless plans. My mother was right. My arrogance led me to take on more than I could handle, and she paid the price.
We do this together.
I'm going with them.
Please, I have to help.
Welcome to the team.
Oh,
As one of us.
Nice.
I can't wear this.
I was just gonna say she can't do it though.
No.
You can show that not all of Zorn supports Jinx.
I watched them kill my parents. Do you have any idea how that feels?
Yes, I do. I thought you were on our side.
You didn't think at all.
Yeah, she's on your side.
Well, and it's still her sister.
Yeah.
It's not that easy to be like, all right, well, let's go check out my sister today.
I honestly thought the damage would be way worse to the council building.
Sometimes Jinx, sometimes her bombs work too well. So I guess this time it didn't work.
Sorry.
Not my first.
Who's this now?
You all right?
It's an old enforcer?
That has to be someone from the game, right, folks? It's the only way they do a good reveal like that.
Wolverine?
You lose someone in the attack?
Okay, well, good to see Jace is still with us after that little experiment.
Yeah, that was quite the explosion on there.
okay, but where's Victor?
It's like he's in a cocoon. Oh, that's neat.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
What's it doing to him?
The hex core has been evolving, shifting through runic patterns faster than I can keep up. All I know for certain is that it's keeping him alive. It should be me up there instead of him.
He'll come back to us.
How does the explosion do that to him? And I just walk out without a scratch.
There's no sense to these things, Jace. My mother's entered the game. She's already gotten her hooks into Sallow, using his grief to make a play for Hextech.
I promised, Victor. Never again.
I won't let them corrupt your dream. Caitlyn was there. You might pay her a visit. She hides it admirably, but the poor girl's in so much pain.
Mm-hmm. Her just dreaming again that she has the second chance to take the shot.
Hey, Sprout.
How'd you find me?
Your dad.
Mother and I used to come here when we needed an escape.
I'm sorry I haven't been around.
How's Victor?
I can't even tell if he's still in there.
3 faces keep spinning through my mind. I see Mother. When they found her. And every fiber of me just sinks. But then there's Jinx. Laughing. I want to tear that laugh from her throat forever. I just understand now how easy it is to hate them. One vicious act. Then I see Vi. I asked her to put on the uniform. Suffice to say, she declined.
Vi, wear a badge.
She thinks those gauntlets of yours will solve all her problems. Hextech may keep us alive, Jace, but it's not what will save us.
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm. Whoa.
Whoa.
Me. Join the Peanut Patrol. And I thought she had no sense of humor.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's a lot of bottles.
I'm the one who created the monster.
Vi?
Or you? How do you know my name?
Junior Officer Nolan. Maddie. It's written on your face. You're something of a legend amongst the enforcers. Is it all true? You went after Silco alone when the council wouldn't back you. Took on his whole gang.
Kate said all that?
She said if every enforcer had a heart like yours, we could take on Noxus itself. Then she threatened to withdraw her family's funding. Anyhow, I'm glad you're joining up.
Oh.
It's nice to know there's still good ones left.
They gotta do the forearm.
But he perked.
Yeah,
Like that, he perked up, so I'm just curious to what his involvement's
The
going to be.
one eye
now.
open.
Yeah, I'm like, oh,
Definitely
that was
more,
you?
more than what we're being shown.
More than meets the eye.
Some say.
I can't wait to see what his involvement's going to be here.
One of the many privileges of serving as your counselor is having the occasion now and again to stand behind this podium. Our hope, our curiosity.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I don't like this.
Fine, yeah, I was just going to say,
Yeah.
you see the
A
tats?
little obvious.
Counselor Iris Warbeck, Counselor Tormund Hoskell, and Counselor Cassandra Karaman were taken from us. Their lifetimes of service.
Like, dude's carrying a duffel bag. Nobody finds that odd.
Oh no, we're going to cause a distraction and then no one pays attention to this guy because they're all focused on Vi? Is that what's going to happen?
Awful, isn't it?
And look who's right in front of her.
Losing a loved one.
Oh no. Are we losing Mel? No.
And Jace.
No way.
Oh. Oh.
Well, it wasn't Jinx. but-
Oh, that person's done.
Wow.
Man, I really thought for a second this whole episode was going to be kind of like the grieving episode.
Yeah,
and then episode
aftermath.
2. Boom.
Oh boy, this is not good.
Okay, Mel's like, get Mel out of there. Oh, this is kind
Yeah, I
of.
mean, we
cool
see
shot.
these guys in the trailer. And you guys think you can win this without using Hex Tech.
I think that's the point they're trying to prove here.
Oh.
There goes the tooth. Rip it off. There you go. Now they can't do anything. Oh shit.
Oh, is this what's going to push Vi over the edge to join? We're going to lose Maddie?
Oh, Vi's gonna need her hammer fist.
Yeah, rip that thing off.
There you go.
Come on.
There you go.
There you go. Ah.
Together.
Wrist. Forearm.
Get the counselors out of here. I have an idea. What are you doing?
Yeah, I was gonna say he got it in the shoulder. Like, look at that. Even them doing the sweat down his.
I know, it was
cheek. It's
pretty cool.
It's freaking off. The attention to detail is amazing. And the
Yeah, he's starting to think a little.
I don't know if that gavel's going to get the job done.
Maddie.
No. Right in the face. There you go.
Oh.
There you go.
It's hammer time. Yeah, you gotta pull that other thing.
Yeah, you
out,
got to
dude.
pull the other one out.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
Oh, she got him good.
There you go, ducking.
At least she'll live. This guy's probably done, though.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. That was at least to the side.
Oh, he missed. All right, look who it is.
She is showing that she is not gonna miss this time around.
No way are we losing Jace.
For my son.
Oh, was her son the one that he took out?
There it is.
Oh.
Oh, jeez. Oh, come on. No. There it is.
They missed.
Damn.
I mean, they got the spear, but they missed with the hammer.
Where did those spears come from?
Had to be Mom.
Thunder spears.
It's probably Mom.
Oh, we're seeing how ruthless Mom is.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Like a gladiator.
She looks like a badass.
What?
Wearing the Maximus mask there.
Okay. That was so badass.
I thought we saw in season 1 that she had something like that too. I could be wrong. Let me know, folks.
But that's secure.
Enforcer 1? No, that's Zangief from frickin' Street Fighter.
Thought for sure you were gonna get yourself killed.
A memorial? What kind of animals?
They wanted the spectacle. All right, they're trying to scare you.
All they did is piss me off.
You need to find a way to call off the invasion.
What?
This battle was on your soil. Down there, you'll be on their terms.
None of this is on our terms.
Maybe you should change that.
Well, I don't know how, okay? She dies and leaves this giant hole, and I'm just supposed to fill it.
You won't. The hole gets smaller, but you never fill it.
Well said.
I was wrong to spring the badge on you. Every way I slice it. If I go after your sister alone, one of us comes back in a box. It's all coming apart.
No, it isn't. We won't let it.
She's gonna take the job.
I know you doubt the merit of your birthright, Caitlyn. There's wisdom in that.
Oh, we finally get to see what this does.
Time to go to
Look at all
work.
this information she's getting.
Made his
As
decision.
Piltover's leadership enforced into the dungeons of our capital, does anyone still doubt that our enemy is greater than one deranged individual?
How did they sneak so many of these things into the ceremony? I thought we took every measure to secure it.
They must have had help from someone up here.
If we do not defend ourselves with Hextech, our principles will mean nothing.
We are prepared for a full-scale invasion. The Undercity's attack proved that.
This is a closed council meeting. Who let you in here?
I am a decorated officer, leader of House Kiraman. Address me with respect, or keep your
Somebody
mouth
made a change.
shut.
Whoa.
I will lead a strike team into Zorn with 3 objectives. Locate Jinx, dismantle Shimmer, and neutralize any agents still loyal to Silco. We've got a few surprises of our own.
Oh, look at that.
Look at this.
They got their weapons upgraded.
Yep. Those shields. Jace has been busy. And the gauntlets.
Cattle.
I told
Get
you
him
she
a
was going
cattle.
to wear the badge. I told you.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
she
she
does
did.
have the badge.
I was wrong.
All in.
Love the music.
Oh, that was a cool cut, the way they
Eyes
did that.
going to open here.
Not yet. Ah, I like that shot. Man of
The
progress.
spoon was
Oh,
moving.
right here. Right here. The eyes pop.
Oh.
That's all they gave us. That was all they gave us.
Nice.
Bear trap.
Oh. Oh, wow. What was that?
At first, I thought that was the cave where they had that one lab set up, but clearly not.
No.
Well, that wasn't Silco, was it? I thought he was.
Yeah, no, that Silco's done.
I thought so.
Yeah, he got taken on the chair.
Or it could have been one of the guys but it looked, I don't know. Either way, we're going to find out.
Either way.
Huh. What a good first episode.
You know, they started it off, and I think they kind of had to with kind of showing the aftermath of the attack and everything and what they were going to do and what their plan was. Of course, they were hesitant to use the hex tech to just go in and clean house. And, you know, I was skeptical of that right away because I'm like, okay, you by not using the hex tech in every weapon you have available, it's just a half measure. You can either have, if you use it in like war terms, you can go in with the hex tech, end the war in a day, or not use it and drag it out for who knows how long and cost how many lives that way. So I can see where Solo is coming from and what he wanted to do. He's like, look, why don't we just go in, crush them in a day and be done with it? And I think they were hesitant to use that because they know how powerful the hex tech is and there could be a lot of collateral damage. But in the end, our crew was kind of pushed to having no choice. And it is interesting how in 2 seasons, I don't want to say we've flipped in who we're rooting for, but we're definitely seeing things from the other side a little bit as opposed to when everything started out with Vi and company where they were. So this episode was awesome. I loved seeing our crew coming back. They got all the upgraded armor and weaponry from Jace. And I thought that Vi was going to begrudgingly join, but I thought it was going to be, somebody innocent like Maddie. They introduced that character that was going to get taken out to kind of push her over the edge to get her to join. In the end, I'm glad that didn't happen. We didn't have to lose anybody else that we've already had confirmed to lose this episode. But, what a shot at the end there. And now they really had to use this episode to kind of set the stakes as to how the rest of the season was going to play out, because they showed that when they're coming in with the shimmer in kind of those exo suits or whatever you want to call them, that's not something that the enforcers have a chance against. Not even 5-on-1 can they take them out. They showed not until the guy got the big old spear right through the head and Vi and Jace were ready to unleash the Warhammer that they even had a chance. So again, I'm so glad to be back. This show there's nothing else like it. The story is incredible because we've talked about before how you can have special effects and animation and acting and all that can be great. All those can be the fireworks on top, but in the end, you have to have a sustainable, fun story that's engaging, because otherwise it's just fireworks. It's like, okay, the special effects are cool. What else you got for me? Because that will run thin after a few episodes. That being said, they are crushing it with the story here, the development of all the characters, the emotion that they're showing in each scene. And I just can't wait to see where we go from here.
Yeah, when it started out as showing just aftermath, like I would have been totally fine with this episode just being solely that, like dealing with everything that happened. And, I wasn't expecting any action. Having the action was amazing and a pleasant surprise. But whether we'd have got it or not, this was still going to be an amazing episode to deal with everything that happened throughout season 1. The final, ending with the bomb coming in, and we saw that 3 council members were gone. The other one is now in a wheelchair. And so you had to deal with the aftermath where Mel has to now navigate throughout this. Caitlyn has to navigate after losing her mom. So we saw she got the key to the Kierman key, if that's how you say her last name correctly, and saw what that all entails. And then offering the badge to Vi, and Vi is... obviously, no, she has never been that. She'll help people. She's been independent. She was a part of a team, in her younger years when they're underground, but she was always, bucking the system. Well, now she sees what it's doing, the underground doing to her, so now it's her turn to return the favor, so to speak. And because she knows she had a chance, she sees what she did to, Jinx, early on, and now Caitlyn didn't take the shot. And like she even told her, one of us is coming out in a body bag. And, Vicody said, well, I'm going to try and save my sister, but no, we have to take her out because we saw the damage that she can do. We saw all these suits. We saw that we need to incorporate the hex tech, so that was great that they modernized their weapons. So what I think is cool is, since this does deal with a video game, it's like they got their upgrades, right? They got the hex core and the hex tech ready, and so they upgraded all their weapons because otherwise, like you said, 5-on-1, we saw they weren't going to do anything. I mean, Caitlyn did like 6 headshots and it didn't even crack that glass. Yep. So another great episode. We got introduced to a couple new characters with Maddie. We didn't even get the name of the guy with the shield yet. Enforcer 1 so far was a Zangief guy that was helping out Mel's mom. So this was a great starting point for this second season. I cannot wait for more. Awesome episode to start.
Yeah, another incredible episode and a really solid way to kick off season 2. Of course, we left off with that missile coming into the council room. Ton of damage, didn't take out the entire council, but 3 of her members gone. So, yeah, their hand was kind of forced as far as what they're going to do next. I definitely see the Mason Quinn argument where, hey, come in with the Hex Tech, get stuff done. But as we saw, in the previous season, there's already tensions incredibly high between them and the underworld, and so that certainly doesn't necessarily make things any better when they come in guns blazing. And it's kind of a reflection of what we see in actual conflicts here. Is like, I don't want to compare it to nuclear weapons, but there's pretty powerful weapons that we have that could end stuff very quickly, but at what cost? So great storytelling for me, and I'm not sure if it'll make the cut, but I said the animation, it almost looks like a painting that's moving, if that makes sense. And I get animation is art in motion, but this is just so unique and so much different from other things that we've seen, that every episode, on top of how good the storytelling is, on top of how good the music is, the animation just like gets you. So I was just super impressed by that. Obviously, we got Vi got the offer early on to become part of the crew. Said she wasn't going to wear the badge. I thought we were going to get like our Batman moment, like, well, I will fight, but I can't fight, by the rules like you do. So I'm going to be behind the scenes and continue to fight alongside you. But after that final invasion, and I'm sure that getting a set of gauntlets didn't hurt her decision-making process. She's back, so that was really cool. We saw that they are indeed going to use the Hex Tech in some pretty fancy new weapons that should be able to take out our Shimmer / Hulkbuster suits that we saw there. Those were pretty intense. But yeah, I mean, really, if at this point, if they're not using Hex Tech weapons, they're not going to be able to go in. And
you just be sending enforcers in to die.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to go in and take them out. So a really solid episode. And of course, I'd be remiss. I thought that was our guy there.
Silco at the end.
Silco.
Yeah, I don't know. Because again, it's been a little bit for me, and I want to know what you folks thought, if you were able to catch that. But there's a handful of guys, because we've had some different scientists and doctors, if you will, in the first season. So I wasn't sure who that was.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where it's like we always say on the channel, well, if you didn't see it, and sometimes you see it, but they find a way to work certain people back into stories. Look, he was a great villain in season 1, so certainly not going to be upset if he's brought back. So, but in any regard, I guess we'll find out as we move forward.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this episode, especially when it picked off right up from basically the end of season 1 there. I didn't think there was going to be any action in this one. I thought we were just going to get like all the emotional leftover from Fallout, basically, from Jinx doing what she did. So seeing the action there, picking up and taking right off, was actually very welcomed. I did like the time that they gave Caitlyn to kind of show us a little bit more of the emotions that she's going through, especially that little vision she was having before Jace came up, where she was sitting there with the flowers, and then boom, we see her loading the gun up, and with Jinx just kind of with that evil little grin, and then Jace kind of snapped her out of it. So I do like that, and I like how they did kind of bring back Vi and Caitlyn to kind of talk it out a little bit, so we can kind of see where they're currently at, especially after what just happened. I didn't think Vi was actually going to take the badge, because I thought she wanted to kind of do her own thing, but now after that, totally makes sense at the end. Jace getting the motivation, I thought was actually pretty interesting too, because they made it pretty clear in the first half there that nope, we're protecting the Hex, not doing anything with it. And then, of course, a little saw up the back on the shoulder. Changed his mind pretty quick. So really dig how the story is. I'm sure some could probably nitpick for the most part of like, you know, if it was disjointed or whatever not. But to me, it was actually pretty good because we started here, getting the emotional stuff in, and then boom, we went straight in for the, here we go, strap in your seatbelts for this roller coaster ride. And at the end, with that character, if you folks could tell me without spoiling who that was. It's definitely not.
It feels like a contradiction of.
It's not Silco.
Yeah.
I just want a name. I don't recall that person.
Yeah, there was the guy
I don't want
in the
details about it, just the name.
There was the guy who had the lab in that cave that they went to.
I'd have to go back.
He was experimenting, and then there was another guy that looked similar, and that's kind of the struggle I have. Is that I remember like there was like Silco and two other guys, and all three of them were a little bit similar. Where if you hadn't seen the show for a year, 2 years, however long it's been, you know, even with getting caught up on recaps, I'm with you, Diamond Dave. I can't recall.
No, I just can't. I'm maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't the guy because he was pretty old in that cave.
Well, even the guy that was walking up with. Walking up
in the
to
enforcer
stage, in the enforcer gear, he almost looked like Silco a little bit, and then he almost looked like the guy at the end. So
Mbessa and those guys took out everybody.
I agree.
That's how I looked at it.
Purposely to try and
the
fool
facial
us.
features that they're assigning, those kind of slender facial features with a little bit of a longer,
sharp
pointier
nose,
nose.
yeah.
They're making some of these characters look alike. We're like, wait a minute, is that?
Well, for us who haven't done a recap, but for the diehards who are doing the recaps, played the games, know this in and out.
They're gonna know.
You're gonna
Yeah,
know.
you know.
I just need a name. I don't need backstory details.
What about our guy that Vi found in the alleyway?
Yeah, with the shield.
Yeah, I mean, that guy just came
Yeah,
out
I'm
of
really
nowhere.
looking forward to seeing what that guy can do because he obviously displayed a lot of power with
Showed
the
his
shield
worth.
there. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he brings to the table for our crew, especially now that he's with Caitlyn and Vi on that team there.
With the Hex Tech.
Yeah, I mean, he almost kind of reminded me of Xander a little bit from
Yeah,
the
exactly.
first season. So I wonder if that's on purpose or how that's going to.
And we can't forget about Victor either. With that,
He's going to be the wild card in this.
shot at the end. Yeah, they didn't want to go too cliche with the eyes
'Cause
opening, but we saw a facial.
I'm
twitch.
glad they did the facial.
Yeah. Well, and that,
I mean, they
that
could have still
spoon
done
was
the eyes.
moving in the cup.
Yeah,
You guys
yeah,
catch
yeah,
that?
yeah.
And then the other thing that I thought, and none of us talked about it yet, but the woman that was trying to kill Jace, that was the mother of the little boy that was collateral damage that tore Jace up about because she said, "This is for my son" or something along those lines. So that just goes to show with Jace what happens when there's collateral damage. Does it ever truly end?
Yeah, I mean,
This could be a vicious circle.
yeah, it's probably going to be until they get everything handled. But I can't wait to see Mbessa do some more because, man, is she cold-hearted and looks badass in that mask.
That mask was
She's just such
bad.
a
ass.
She's just such a badass, and I swear they made her a little bit more muscular for season 2. Just like, you know what, let's take it and just turn it up a little bit with how badass she is. And yeah, that mask at the end definitely gave Gladiator vibes. So that was pretty cool.
We're definitely here for that. This was a banger of a first episode for season 2. Sadly, the final season. So for Appleton Oak, that's Mason Quinn. That's Diamond Dave. I'm of course Answer. We'll catch you on the next one, pals.